Today I'm going to show you how to edit this minimalistic style reel, so without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So this is the edit I've made before, so we can just take a quick look at it.
I've bought my first MacBook and then I returned it and then bought a different one because I realized that the M3 8 gigs was not enough for me.
Okay, so let's just basically redo it. The first thing you have to do is to go to Window and click Text and just transcribe your sequence. So click on Create Captions from Transcript, just expand this menu and put all the bars on lowest possible amount, and then click Single. This will create basically your transcription of the whole video like this. But as you can see, the text is pretty ugly, so what we need to do is to go to the properties, go down to text, and the font I like to use is Degular, or how do you say that? We kind of increase the font size a bit. This is a bit too much. Okay, like this. Now we put the subtitles somewhere in the middle. I always just mistake what each of those do. So okay, so something like this. I don't really like the shadows, so let's just put it away. Right now I want to apply it to basically all captions, so I will create a track style and I will name it by the font name, which I can't pronounce, Degular, I guess, whatever. And you click this little button to redefine style. This will basically apply this style to all the subtitles you created.
I've bought my first MacBook.
Okay, so now we have the subtitles ready. I will just lower the volume of the clip because it's a bit too loud. So
I've bought my first MacBook and
we have the subtitles ready right now. Basically before that, I just skipped the part. Basically before you do that, you just lay down your clip, you color grade it, you add on some effects. What I usually do is to put on a Gaussian blur mask. That's basically a basic Gaussian blur effect with a mask on it, so it gets this blurry background. And the second thing I do is this VR digital glitch, and I basically also mask it out to just have this nice RGB distortion look, if you can see it. So that's basically it. So let's go straight into animating. So what I want to do is basically a animation at the beginning, and I'll just kind of change the subtitles like that. So what I want to do simple text animation. So okay, so I will just select the subtitles. I will go and click on graphics and titles and upgrade captions to graphics. So what I wanted to do now is basically create this staircase like this and just extend it, so basically the length of all the text is the same, and just grab it and place the text how you like it. So I'm going to place this right here. I've go a bit forward, take the word bought and place it like this. Just place it like this. I don't like how the first is in word. I want to put it in numbers. I'll make it a little bit bigger, something like this. We'll see how it looks when we move on with the other word. Okay, wait, let's just zoom in a bit. Maybe like this. This looks nice. And now the MacBook word. I don't really like the whatever. I don't know how to say it in English, so just delete this thing. And the number 1 is a bit too small, so we'll just make it bigger, something like this, so it fits nicely. I like this, but right now it just looks
I've bought
blank
my first
and not really good. So what I like to do is to just grab this smooth slide up animation and place it on all of my text. And
I've bought my first MacBook.
This nice slide up animation, which gives the video all the
I've bought my first.
It looks much better. So I'll just quickly show you how to do it. It's just pretty simple. Let's just search for transform right here, place it onto the text. What you need to do is to create a keyframe for position. Just drag it out like this and drag the text a bit down. Now you need to do the same thing but for opacity. Just drag the keyframe out a bit and lower the opacity somewhere to 15%, so it's still a bit visible. Just do it how you think it looks good. So now we select both of the keyframes, click on this button and click on Bezier. Now we're just going to play with the velocity, and we just drag out this one a bit and we make ramp from it. And now it looks basically like this. Now we have the animation. What you can just do right now is save it as a preset. Just type whatever you want, like smooth slide slide up and you just click OK and you basically have a preset created. So let's go back now. So basically that's the first animation.
I've bought
pretty
my first
smooth,
MacBook and
I really like it. It just looks cool. So here I want to create a quick zoom in effect. So let's jump straight into it. We can grab the transform once again, put it onto the layer, make a keyframe for select and position, drag it at the beginning, go a few steps forward. What I usually do is like 5 frames forward, and we can just zoom in a bit and slide up so my face is still visible, something like this. And now we basically select both of the keyframes, click on this little button which I can pronounce what it says, and let's click on that. Let's expand the velocity once again, and let's create basically the same curve as we did before, something like this. And for the second one, basically let's try to recreate the same thing. And what I normally use when I do this kind of stuff with the velocity, I normally use the Smoothify plugin, but right now I have a new computer, I don't have it installed on here. So if you can do it, just install Smoothify, and it just makes this work much better because you don't have to guess if the keyframes are the same. So let's just look at our animation. It looks smooth, but one thing is missing, and that is the shutter angle. Let's put the shutter angle at 360. It adds like this cool little motion blur to it. So if you look at it now, you can just see like a bit of a motion blur. Okay, so what do we have right now?
I've bought my first MacBook and then I returned it.
Okay, that looks nice. Right here we have a b-roll of basically me unboxing a MacBook. So what I want to do now is to just trim it so
then bought a different
only like on the b-roll part. I want to select all of the keyframes. Let's go to properties again. Let's click on all caps. Let's put it on center. Let's make it a little bit bigger, not too much, like this. And once again, just go to the graphic entitles and click on upgrade captions to graphics. Just put it down a bit,
then bought a different,
go through it. Okay, we can see that this don't really look good, so we are going to split it. I'm going to just delete one, and the same thing for this one, but we just delete different. Okay, like this. What I like to do now is just change the font for some of the text. So let's do it for this one. I want to change it to Old English like this, and just put this in caps lock like this. And let's do it for one more word. We can do it for the one word, Old English once again. Just unclick this and put this in caps lock. Okay,
and
so
then
let's take a look at
one.
it. Right now it still looks kind of boring, so what I like to do is to just put an effect on it. It's kind of the same thing like we did before, but we just tweak the options a bit.
And then bought a different
it looks like this. So it's basically the same thing, you just put the keyframes a bit differently, just further apart from each other, and the opposite like this. Basically the same thing, just extend the distance between the keyframes. So we have this done. We are 5 seconds into the video. Let's just take a look at it, how it
I've
looks once
bought
again.
my first MacBook and then I returned it and then bought a different one.
It looks nice, so let's do one more effect right here. That's another thing I like to do. I like to play with the text a lot. Once again, let's just select subtitles, the captions, create graphics and titles, and upgrade captions to graphics. What we will do now is that we will create this kind of a staircase structure and kind of just put text how we like it. Again, I don't want the word 8 to be a word, I want it to be a number, so I'll put it like this. I'll put it right here for now. And the word gigs I want to make the first letter in capitals. Put it right here. And right now I just want to change the font to Old English again, and we will just make it overlap over the M3 word. 8 looks a bit weird, so we'll just put it closer to the gigs like this. So right now just select the word and we will search for the VR glow effect. Just VR glow right here. Put on a VR glow, just select the text once again. And what I like to do is to change the color to basically orange, something like this. So right now, if you can see, basically the gigs, the word like right now doesn't have a glow to it. That's basically because we need to change the Luma threshold to 0 and adjust the brightness, something like this.
The M3 8 gig.
Okay, I think, okay, this looks nice, but it's still missing something. It's the smooth slide up animation. Let's just put it on.
The M3 8 gigs.
Okay, now it looks much better. But I still think that it is a bit too small, so what I will do is that I will nest the sequence, let's call it text anim, like this, and go right here and just scale it a bit and put it in the center like this.
Was not enough for me. I've bought my first MacBook and then I returned it and then bought a different one because I realized that the M3 8 gigs was not enough.
Okay, so basically that's it for the video. It's a very simple, minimalistic, I would say, edit. So if you like the video, just click a thumbs up, subscribe, or you can follow me on Instagram.